Hey, it's Kirsten with Practical Edge AI, and I'm here with your first AI tip. I can't even give you metrics on this one because it has so many use cases. It's one of my favorites. It's one of the easiest things to implement, and it gives you an amazing return. So this is call recording. I know sometimes people think it's crazy or creepy when they get on a call and there's a recorder in there. Trust me, it's worth having any of those conversations you need to have to get people comfortable with that. So I use Fathom. There are several of these out there. People use different ones for different reasons. I tested a couple and preferred Fathom. There are a lot of people use Fireflies. There's Otter, Circle, and Granola are a couple of newer ones. Some people like Granola because you can take notes in a separate pane at the same time as the meeting is going. I think part of what you should consider when you're deciding which one to use is any integrations you might need. Some of them have native integrations with CRMs or with workflow tools, things like that. So that matters. So part of what I liked about Fathom too is this to-do list. So I'm going to show you what a meeting actually looks like when you click in it. So you get the full video and audio, but you also get a summary here. You get the transcript, which is what I use most often. And these are AI generated like to-dos that I don't use them as much as I should, but you can actually check them off. And then you see here, you can copy for different platforms. So here are some of the use cases and why I think this is so unbelievably valuable. So I can take one of these meetings as a discovery call, and I have an agent who will build SOPs and process maps from this. So frequently in the AI space, we find that people don't really have a setup for their processes and their operations. So this actually gets that first step moving because you're not going to be able to use AI for anything until you have these things in place. I also have a different agent that is built to sort of hear the message underneath the words. If I get too deep in the call and I'm not really listening to the message that someone's saying, people will tell you everything you need to hear. We just don't always listen. So I can go back and do that as well. I can put multiple recordings together to help me build out a brand voice when I'm doing that kind of work for a client. I have a coach. Actually, this is my coach. And I am going to pull all of our calls together and use that to build a coaching agent who can help me in between my coaching sessions or when I have additional questions. I have a friend who uses her transcripts she pulls them into a workflow that then generates LinkedIn posts. So it's real content, real information, valuable information for her target audience. So the use cases are almost endless, and this is so powerful to have this information. And should have said this earlier, but another point is that you don't have to take notes in the meeting because you have this to refer back to, so you can actually actively listen. So I think this is one of the most powerful and valuable first steps in your AI journey.